Hi Divine Feminines, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I'm coming off camera for the month of July, starting from now. I've just done the Divine Masculines Ascension reading, but I've done it more like a fly on the wall. So we're having a look at lots of different positions. Okay, let's get cracking with it. I'm going to use the same cards that I use with the Divine Masculines. I've given them all a shuffle. I'm just going to do the Rider one. No, I'm going to do the Druid Craft Tarot. I've done the others. Okay, let's see what's going on with the Divine Feminine throughout the month of July. Okay. Let's do this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Got some cards that are falling on the floor. This is what's going on in the home. Moving on. Where are you moving to? Don't look like you're alone. Moving on. Somewhere calmer. I'm not sure you're not really speaking. You're both quite blank. You're allowing this transformation to take you to calmer waters. You've got 3 swords. Over the heartache, you pulled the swords out of your heart. Masculine here's got 1 sword, resurrection. 2 swords here, trusting your intuition. You're both moving in the same direction, okay? So you're both moving towards home. That's what's happening in your home life, and you're just going with the flow. And death's taking you there, this transformation. Now, you might not really know about this, but you'll feel it, because we've got the Hangman, which is the masculine's energy not speaking up about this. Ooh, door upstairs just slammed. You've got the High Priestess. He's tapping in to his intuition, his High Priest energy, the Divine Masculine here. And you're remaining balanced. The most important thing about this is to remember to keep them swords out of your heart. So your home life. Whoop, let's just, we're coming this way. Here we go. This is your home life, Divine Feminine. 6 of Swords, moving on. You're both going through the transformation. Yours is the pain. It's being released from your heart. Divine Masculine has a sword of resurrection. He's not speaking about it. Okay, but he is being enlightened in this state. As above, so below, as within, so without. So remember that. What you put your intention of. So whatever your thoughts are regarding situations of the past, let them go, because whatever you're putting your current attention on is going to manifest. You're being balanced here. You're being balanced out with the 2 of Pentacles. Things could be choppy, and I feel they're choppy for the Divine Masculine out of the partnership. You just need to remember to keep these swords out of your heart. We're going to, this is a love for home. This is what's happening at home. Your heart's going to be reignited now that these swords are out. Let's have a look at the Rider-Waite and see what the Rider-Waite want to say to clarify this. 6 of Swords, moving on now. Calmer waters. So sense of peace here, a state of peace within your home, and I feel that's within you. Home is where the heart is, so where's your heart? Is it cold? Does it feel like stone? Does it still have swords in it? Are you balanced? Even when things don't go your way and it causes you heartbreak? Okay, 6 of Swords, let's have a look. Still looking at his heartbreak here. Okay? Things of the past. The thing is, the masculine's really dwelling on this, why he's not speaking. So you let it go, and hopefully he'll let go and fall down. 6 of Swords. That's why there's no communication, he's hiding. He's hiding under the chair. But even what's come out of the picture here, look. The Hangman. Scared about speaking the truth. So he is silenced at the moment, which means it's all down to you and where your heart sits, Divine Feminine. There's a masculine here. He's dealing with his stuff. You need to stay centered within the world here. You're in this like waiting room, okay, to be transported to your new realm. You must stay balanced within yourself. Communication will come in then. When you're feeling more balanced, you open up the heart to communicate. And the masculine can take that leap of faith towards communicating with you. So, home is where the heart is. Geez, that's what I was going to call the Divine Masculine's reading. Home is where the heart is. Mr. Know-it-all, King of Swords. The Divine Masculine's in his head. This is why he's silenced, okay? But he's becoming enlightened. He knows it all. He knows what's gone on in the past. He knows how your heart was broken. So he knows, okay? That's enough, isn't it, that he knows? So take the swords out of your heart. He knows the damage that he has inflicted upon you. Wants a clean slate. So come back to 0 point. Because he is addicted to you, as long as you're not addicted to this heartache from the past. And you won't allow yourself to get over it. It's a devil energy. Okay. Let's have a look at the random cards. An SOS. You need to save your own soul first. There's a daughter here. And there's a song. Now the masculines had a song that came out, and it was like, so this could be a song that your parents maybe sang to you. It seems like you're very much in tune with each other. So an SOS, there's a daughter and there's a song that brings you back to home. A song that you feel really helps you to gain your strength, that helps to save your soul. Tap into that song, Divine Feminine. Okay, there's envy here. This is jealousy. And I want to say it's jealousy regarding you not having your Divine Masculine in your life. And he broke your heart. And you're envious. So there's this jealousy here of the loss of this love. So I feel like you're jealous of anyone that kind of captures your Divine Masculine's heart because you feel it's not you. That's what's going on in your heart, in your home space. Let's just see if we could do this a bit more neatlier than the Divine Masculines. Well, let's have a look at your money, Divine Feminine. Excuse me. Let's look at what's going on with your money. Ace of Pentacles. There's the money, the abundance. There's the Ten of Cups. And the Eight of Swords. So there's an unfounded fear here. There's an unfounded fear here. And that's you feel that you're going to have to do it all alone. That's a block. If you think that you're going to have to do this life all on your own, you could manifest that. There's a bear coming out of the cave here. It's coming to assist you with this abundance in life, to help you with this Ten of Cups, generating this happy home, this happy lifestyle. These cups filled with love. So don't focus on the money too much. Someone is going to come It feels like, and assist you. Not provide for you, but assist you. Eight of Swords, you're not to interfere with this. Divine has a plan. Especially when it comes to your money. Okay. So the feeling of scarcity is coming here. Faith. That's what I'm saying. Faith. You need to have faith when it comes to your money. Feels like a lack mentality here. There you go. So you're feeling partial success, and so is your Divine Masculine. Keep your heart open to the Ten of Cups, because it's wanting to come in. Divine Masculine's scared here. He's having to summon up all his spiritual strength that he possibly can to like make this move. And especially a transition into working together, living together, and being together. Can you both be together yet? Without any conflict? Because you've got the Lovers here. Now this relationship's being healed, and it is blessed. See, there's no need for you to have any concerns regarding your money, because you'll put a block to this. It's like a fogginess between you. Have you got over the hump in the background now? Are you still poisoned with the venom of the snake? You're both kind of looking at each other as if to say, well, what's the next step then? What's the bottom of the deck for this one? Well, the next step is, although it's been long and slow in coming, it is coming. These things take time, especially when the Knight of Pentacles is on the scene. Channel of Love. He has that coin. Now, why has he got gloves on holding the coin? Because he's fearful. He's fearful of getting it right. So, prove him wrong. Know that he has control of this and he knows what to do. You've just seen that he knows it all. So can you put your trust in the Divine Masculine? And that's tough because you've been so reliant upon yourself to be your own provider, that taking that chance to actually trust someone to be by your side without disappearing when challenges arise, that's hard for you to let go of. So we've got karma here though. So you're going to allow this to come in. That's a card of justice. It's card 8, which is the infinity symbol. Mr. Dependable, will you trust that he is dependable? He is the Divine Masculine. If he's the Divine Masculine, he's going to take control of this, okay? Look, he can do this. Can you do this? Can you hand over all control to the universe? Because once you do, it's going to be put into the Divine Masculine's hands. It's conflict and it's hard for both parties. But you are my sunshine. And I'm sorry. I feel like you're each other's sunshine and that you're both extremely sorry. And we've got a sun here. I feel here the Divine Masculine was acting quite immature maybe, but he's manned up, Divine Masculined up. He might have been acting like a boy, but he has had a good telling off from the Divine Father in his reading, or will be getting a good telling off. Okay, should we have a look and see what's going on with your work life, Divine Feminines? You are my sunshine. Do you believe that? after all that's happened, that you could be the divine masculine sunshine. Is he still your sunshine? Let's have a look at your, I don't know why we're using the Rider-Waite first. Let's go back to the Druid Craft Tarot. Let's have a look at your work. What's happening with you with your work, your mission? Five of Swords. It's a masculine growing up here. Becoming a man. You ready to work with a man? Because the boy, he doesn't exist anymore. You have to believe that. You like that idea. If that's a nice idea, then keep that one. Okay? In he comes. Feeling worthy, feeling like a man. Not like an immature boy of the past. So if you love that idea, then keep hold of that. Because it's those ideas, okay, that are going to change this around, because we have the emotional loss here. The masculine's just in this daydream world. Well, if that is the masculine, it could be you. It could be both of you. And it's mirroring. Let's have a look at the Rider-Waite now. Five of Swords, it's a surrender. It's the masculine who's changed. Will you allow him to change, or are you going to hold the past? Hold him hostage by his past actions? Or do you want the connection? I just keep hearing, it's a nice idea. That's a nice idea. That's a nice thought. Well, if it's a nice thought, how about you hang on to that? Because that's what you'll manifest. And the surrender card again. There's this trust in the masculine here. Whether you feel he's sneaky, he's egotistical. So this looks like someone getting one over on someone. Not here. He knows. Smartened himself up now. Okay. Masculine's really trying to balance out this connection. He feels like a real Wally. Will you allow him to balance things out? That has to be energetically first, guys. Maybe his hat will pop off then, and he'll have kind of connection to the universal wisdom of divine love and knows what to do. Not all the time you've got this Wally hat on him. Channel of Love cards. Mrs. Do as you're told. He doesn't want to be told anymore. He knows what he's done. So it feels like for you, Divine Feminine, do what you're told. Let it go. Give the man a break. Give him the opportunity to actually transform and change. You have to take away all your old expectations of him. Expecting him to let you down, to fail, to expecting him to ignore you. You want to drop those expectations of the past. What do you expect now from a transformed Divine Masculine? Feminine compassion? That might help. Understanding the journey. Because you know it would have been tough. If your Divine Masculine is transformed, you know that would have been really tough for them. So give them a break. Give them the encouragement internally. And then maybe you'll get your happily ever after. Because he's living the Tao, the Hermit. Let's get some random cards. Do you want to do this alone, or do you want to do this with your Divine Masculine? All Divine Masculines have to go through a spiritual ascension program to become the Divine Masculine. Mother. You sound like his mother. marriage. It did feel that that was like on its side. He's not sure. Doesn't really know if he wants to marry his mother. Someone that's always telling him what to do and picking him up on everything that he does wrong. Who wants to marry their mother? There's relocation here. Are you open to being accommodating to your masculine? You're going to allow him to decide, to make some decisions without questioning them and telling him what you want. He has desires, you know. This might be the first time he actually ever gets to express them and live them out. He doesn't want a mother that's going to stop him. He's just kind of broke free from everyone that was trying to stop him. So it's kind of like, for once in his life, can he make some decisions? Without being like called stupid or that's not going to work or no, I think it's better we do it this way. Can your masculine make any decisions? As a divine masculine would crave to do. It's greed. If you don't trust your masculine to make decisions, then click off now. No point. There's no point continuing until you are. You want to manipulate your masculine? You want to be greedy and have it all your way? He's not going to be interested in that at all. Really not. He wants to cherish you. He wants to adore you. He doesn't really want to sit down and watch movies. He wants to work in partnership with you. It's got to be giving and taking here, guys, because it's blocking the connection, especially when it comes to mission work. You think you're the only one with all the answers. What if he has a good plan and it's not in line with what your plans were? Then what? You're going to say goodbye to the divine masculine? Or someone else will appreciate him if you're not going to. It's harsh reading, guys, for the divine feminines. You really want to be the Queen of Swords? He's just broke away from a Queen of Swords. Manipulation. He values and cherishes you and adores you. And he wants to step up to the plate. Maybe he wants to feel a bit worthy and that his ideas are good and that the spiritual ascension journey that he's been through, he's going to know stuff. If you want your divine masculine to listen to you, are you prepared to listen to your divine masculine? Should you have a look at your love life? How are you sitting with love at the moment, divine feminines? I feel you love your divine masculine, but do you trust him? The Star. Okay. So you are loving yourself, which he finds really attractive. Okay, he finds it attractive that you're not needy. He's going to find it even more attractive when he realises that you're not trying to manipulate him in doing whatever you say. That's not how the plan goes. And he's sitting here and he's watching it. He's watching the connection and he's watching you. Balancing things out on your own. So he has this fear of that you're not going to be interested in his plans. He's watching from afar. He's taking his swords out of the heart. He's got his sword of resurrection waiting and he's resting. And waiting and contemplating this 11-11 connection. We just seen 11-11. Equal partnerships, or is the divine feminine just going to want to do things all on her own, okay, as she has been doing, and he's just going to be like in the shadow, sit back and watch. It's like, are you saying to him, sit back and watch how it's done? How about listening to what he's got to say, bringing this together? And this is love. Now that's love. You could give him one of these. That's an equal opportunity, isn't it? So we got the moon. Your feminine intuition. That doesn't mean that you always know best. The divine masculine will be balanced in his feminine. Divine feminine energy. He also has an intuition that he can tap into. He also has ideas, and you need to bring these together. Then what does that come up with? The divine wants you to work in partnership. Encourage the divine masculine to speak up. Encourage him to share. He's scared. He's got his tail between his bloody legs there. He thinks that you know it all, which he absolutely admires. But he knows some stuff as well. You need to encourage him. Not tell him what to do. You need to just encourage him to be able to speak. And I feel not be laughed at. So he's in his chariot. If there was a bit of a baby, it looks like a dummy there, look. He doesn't need to be mothered. He wants to be the divine father. Got the devil here. He's the one that's been ignited here. I feel like he doesn't want to be chained to you. He wants to be with you. Let's look at the Channel of Love cards. Divine intervention. So we do have the Tower. The divine has intervened when it comes to love. It will step in and get you, divine feminines, to really have a look at what love is. Bliss, harmony, the lovers coming together. They're trying to bring you bliss, that you both feel whole again and worthy. You can't laugh at each other's ideas. It's just not going to work. He might have laughed at your ideas. That doesn't mean he hasn't had a change of heart. The awakening of the student. Doesn't mean that he hasn't been studying. How about if he's taken all those ideas that he laughed at, that you said, and he went and studied them? Because he's really looking at you with admiration here. So he's been sent off to study. I wonder what he's found out. Depends whether or not you'll let him tell you. I can do this. He's got lots to say in the month of July. But are you blocking it? You're not interested in what he's got to say? Tease me, please. I felt here as if you're only interested really to know whether or not he loves you and if he's missed you. And is that all your focus is on? Unlike an apology, an explanation? Are you going to quiz him? For him to explain, you know, I want to say his absence. He doesn't want to be teased. He wants to be pleased. He wants to be pleasing. There's envy here. Would you be jealous if your divine masculine was more enlightened than you? Would that knock your ego? That he might know more than what you do? He might have had deeper spiritual insights. 11:11. Well, he is your lover. The two of you come together. And you come together with your downloads. And he comes with his downloads. Maybe then you can get married. Son. You can marry your divine masculine. That's what he's transformed into. Is a masculine. He's left the sun energy the sun energy, the boyish energy, let's say that. It's like he's really ready for marriage with you, Divine Feminine. You best be sure what you want. How you want this partnership to look. Why have I put those back in? I'm not sure why I put those back in the deck, but they can stay there. We're going to have a look at, I'm just going to shuffle them in. Shall we have a look at sex? Is that what it is for you, Divine Feminine? Sex? Love, sex, romance. What about the other stuff? You can't just expect your Divine Masculine just to provide them. Love, sex and romance. He will, but it makes a genius. It makes the masculine a genius. Not the feminine. It makes the masculine a genius. Love, sex and romance, the blend of that. Or do you still want to be top dog? You're Divine Feminine, you're nurturer. You're the giver. Got the devil energy here. This is with sex. The sex is nice, yes. But I feel like after the sex, it then will become a bit demonized. It was like, was it just about sex? That's definitely the pull, the attraction. Is that what you thought? Your masculine just wanted you for sex? Maybe he picks up on that and feels that you do feel that maybe he did just use you to have his wicked way with you. You think he's wicked. Queen of Cups. That feels like you don't want to know. I feel like after this you both go your separate ways. He goes into hermitage and you go off into this pool of water, which is love. And like you're just focusing just on this. When would that return? This. And that's what you're kind of waiting for. You're thinking about sex. You've got sex on the brain. Okay, we want to push it that way. That devil there, look. It's not enough. You know it's not. The sex alone is not enough. It works when you're together, but when you're apart, it's, well, let's just say it's crucifying. Let's look at this devil card. The masculine knows that he does this and runs away into hermitage. He's beating himself up about it. He doesn't know why he does it. It's because of the... I'll tell you why he does it, this. Because you know what hurts is leaving. And that's why he distanced himself. He leaves because it's so painful. He leaves like... leaves the scene absolutely crucified that he has to leave you. So he goes into hermitage and dwells on this. Like being backed into a corner. He wants to be with you, but he cannot bear the pain of leaving you. So it feels like he just uses you for sex. Not the fact that he would love to just be back with you in your arms. But the situation doesn't allow that. So it's easier to stay away. And he leaves you on your own. And I would say leaves you on your own with all these hopes, desires, these goals for the future of what could be. And then you're kind of just drowning in all this love, memories. And it's like, does he remember? Does he only half remember what we had? Because you fully remember what it is that you experienced when you were together here. Look at you holding on to him. Look at him all chilled out, as if, you know, not a care really about it. So, Queen of Cups. So I feel now you don't want that anymore, even though you do crave for the sex, but it's a chance you have to take. Because when your masculine comes back, of course, he's probably the first thing he's going to want to do is this. But does that make him look like he's just coming back for sex, to fulfill his desire and not really worry about yours? Well, this here suggests that you should be in the state of kind of being grown up now and understanding the hardest part is saying goodbye. And it's easier to stay away than to keep coming back and having to leave and go through that torture every time. Every time. And you know that to be the truth because you would have seen it in your masculine's eyes, the pain, when you have to say goodbye. So the Queen of Cups. Conflict. So he's topped up your cup of love with sex or sexual ideas, images, and you're in this energy again. So every time he does this, he brings you back to this energy of being in love, causes conflict here because it's like the Divine Masculine wasn't able to sustain that. So now what are you thinking with the Princess of Pentacles? I'm not sure what your thoughts are about the Divine Masculine. Long term, or it was just a bit of fun. This infuriates your masculine. That you could think that he was just using you. Okay. So when it comes to sex, we better drop those thoughts because the masculine's still in this hermitage, holding his head down, feeling ashamed. Are you going to let him off the hook? Going to turn your ego over to God. This is God's plan. Mr. Casanova. Okay. Oh, you know he so is though. He could sweep you off your feet and that's what you don't like. Like he's a supernova. You don't like the fact that he has this effect on you. You have a big effect on him as well. You scare the shit out of him. This love scares the shit out of him. And it hurts him that he keeps breaking your heart. So it's best he stays away. You're the Divine Feminine. That's what he loves. He loves you. You're the Divine Feminine. So you need to get over it, thinking that maybe you're not good enough and that you were used. Well, Mrs. Mystic, you know the truth if you tap into it. You're the Queen of Wands. You're so mystical because you're the Divine Feminine. It's like he's just drawn to you. Like no other. And if you don't believe that, maybe time to click off then and come back when you do. 11:11. Obsession. Tease me. Do you want to be teased or do you want to be pleased? He doesn't want to keep teasing you and you do want it. You do want to feel this again. But it's like this isn't a game. Okay. Should we have a look at romance then? Jeez, these messages for July. Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby, till I lose control. Tease me with your love until I lose control. Take on my body and soul. Oh, girl. Oh, it's got really like low. Romance. He wants to charge in. Look. But Divine Feminine, you did tease him. I mean, you put it on. Full throttle. Poor man. What did you leave him with to go away? Because it's like you're just thinking about yourself and what heartache and how you could experience this and then it was taken away from you. And it's like, well, what about the masculine? This is romance. Romance? I don't know if he's ever really experienced romance before. He might have come charging in like some knight in shining armour, Mr. Casanova, and he had to go back to work. But he can feel your love. I feel here, this is the card about working in partnership with people. I feel that's what he's been working on. Feels like the Trinity here. That's what he's been working on. His love. Looks like he could have been working on his money. You're in this state of love here. Princess of Cups. Romance. Justice. You stay in this state of love. Romance will be delivered. Things will balance out, but the masculine needs to do some work. He's the one that needs to adapt to this intensity of love, because it really does scare the shit out of him. And for some reason, we're using the Channel of Love cards first. Mr. Loverman. Shabba. It's like, champion lover, don't ease up tonight. Is that what you're telling him? He's a champion lover. You don't ever want him to ease up. Well, what a title to have to live up to. Champion lover. Okay. Master manifester. If that's what you want, a champion lover. Okay. Well, you got what you really wanted. You did manifest him, Divine Feminines. Otherwise, he never would have come into your life. So you manifested that champion lover. But I imagine that's when you wasn't so obsessed. Oh, belly's rumbling. When you wasn't so hungry for it. You just desired it. Can you get back to that state of desire without this need for it? And the need is because you've tasted it. You've received that. So if you've received it once, I wanted to go to your once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. There's divine intervention here, guys. Can you surrender like you did when you first attracted your divine masculine into your life? What was going on with your life right before the manifestation of your divine masculine appearing? Because that's the energy that brought you together. And then your whole world's been turned upside down since. So you can't really kind of manifest it again. Because you're not in the same alignment that you was then, which would have been a more surrendered. But because you kind of had a taste of it, you've been teased by it, your energy shifted. The student. It's like pay attention to what happened before, when you felt that bliss, when the universe brought you both together. What was going on in your life? Well, let's have a look at the Rider-Waite, the Hierophant, the King of Wands. I feel as if the masculine at the time was desiring more. You were desiring more. There might have been things going on within if you were married or with another person. There might have been things going on there that you kind of knew that you wanted change. You wasn't sure how it was going to come in, but you knew that what you were living, so you might have been studying. And I feel your counterpart was on the same kind of wavelength of desiring more. It's like the question, there must be more to life. And boom. But that was all the question was, there must be more to life. You didn't really know what it was. But it appeared. I feel get back to that state. Believing in romance. This is the romance section, guys. Can you get back to there? Go with him. Calm yourself. You attracted it once. Sure as hell can do it again. We've got the Sun again. I feel like you both had such a playful energy, but this Sun card keeps coming up, and greed. I feel the masculine was the one who got wrapped up in it, all this passion. You feel like you did. No, he got greedy. It was the immature behaviour of being the boy. Manipulation. Romance. Manipulating romance. So he was like, I want to say testing his wings. That's interesting. He was testing his wings. Let's see how good he really is. Champion lover. Burning the candle at both ends there. Romance. Well, let's have a look at your health, Divine Feminine, for July. Okay, you come in balanced. You need to balance yourself here. The masculine's celebrating. Okay? He's feeling really masculine, guys. Look. He's celebrating. Sorry, Jasper. I didn't realise the door was closed, darling. Okay. Doesn't want to be locked out, see? He's out, celebrating. He doesn't want to be locked out or locked in. Listen, he wants to be free. Just like you do, Divine Feminine. Patience, temperance, alchemy. Come on, you know the right blend. Three of Cups. Time to celebrate. This is your health. Get you sorted, get you right, Divine Feminine, without expecting your Divine Masculine to do it for you. You get you right, in the right frame of mind. In comes the message. Signs, synchronizations, have a look for them. It's like deal with one aspect at a time. Eight of Wands, things happening really quickly here, but this is your health. I feel the masculine's toasting to you. You need to find the balance here, though. Rider-Waite cards. If you work on you, you're not going to worry too much about when the Divine Masculine's going to send you a message. He's screwing his face up here. So he's not sure whether or not he should. And that's maybe because you're not sure if he's going to. So you work on you and find your balance. The resurrection comes in for the Divine Masculine. He may be now starting to speak to people about you. You're the Divine Feminine. He's not going to want to keep you hidden, undercover. He's very proud of you. But he may not really know what you're like now. Or how you're going to be. Or if you're going to let things be. But the masculine's definitely resurrected here, looking more like a man. And then there's communicating. And he's gritting his teeth. Your health. He'll block it. He will block the connection if he feels that it's going to have a massive impact on you like it did during your separation. So he's not going to take the chance of breaking your heart again if you haven't mended or allowed, not even mended, but allowed your heart to heal. But you do need to mend your own heart, because it does feel like you really did like break it yourself. And I feel it's a misunderstanding. So you broke your own heart. And it feels like it broke your heart every time there was a separation, you and your Divine Masculine separated. And it's like he can't take that chance anymore. he doesn't want to feel that, and he doesn't want you to feel that. So he will stand his ground and maybe not send a message if he feels that's what it's going to be again. That you're going to be broken-hearted. There's a Tower here. That's why I had to go back in. He wants bliss, harmony. Doesn't want to quarrel, fight. Wants to find common ground with you, like you did once before. Puppy love. Very sensitive, the Divine Masculine is, to the point where he won't allow it if it's going to have that impact again. So he's serious. Mr. Entrepreneur. And he's telling you, how about you do what you're told, Divine Feminine, for once? How about the Divine Masculine lectures you on what may be the best thing that you should do? For once. This is do as you're told. Instead of you trying to manipulate the situation all the time. There's marriage. There's a treat. It's not a joke. We're going to go to the Oracle. It's like there's no point watching these videos, these messages, if you don't believe them. Like I said, click off. The Tarot and Oracle messages that are being channeled to you. And if you don't believe them, then I don't know why you're watching them. Because they won't work unless you believe. The messages will not come to fruition or will not manifest unless you actually believe the messages that you're being told. Right, let's have a look at your spiritual connection then. Hi, Jasp. You've appeared. You was all over the Divine Masculine's reading. And you've appeared now when we're saying to the Divine Feminine, how about you do what you're told? Okay. Let's have a look at your spiritual connection, Divine Feminines. Do we want one more? It's the invisible there. That's your frustration because, wow, it's all masculines here, look. Because you can't see your Divine Masculine in the physical. Now, let's just budge these up. Table's got messy. Just trying to keep it clear and clean. The hump. He's over the hump. Are you? He's positive. He's awoken. He's awake. He's wide awake. Feels like he's got beautiful music to play here. Look at his aura. It's absolutely shining. And yes, he may have been invisible, playing Mr. Invisible. But it's been a real hard burden. It's been a long trek getting home. To you, again. He's had to carry all those burdens. But he is around. You should be able to feel him. It's raining. Like really raining. It's like he's been crying. So this is your spiritual connection. He's over the hump. Prince of Wands. It's your unfounded fear. He's been working on this. And he's working on your future. His future, your future together. He's nearly done. So it's like, are you done with wallowing in this unfounded fear? Because you've come to these own conclusions of yours. You broke your own heart saying that he used you for sex and didn't really love you. And that's unfounded. That's not the truth. You know what the truth is, hence why you're here. So you're keeping yourself bound. He's busy working. 8 of Pentacles, he's working on his craft. He's been studying. He knows what to do. He actually looks more secure than you, Divine Feminine. You might not like hearing that, but hey, remember you've got to turn that ego over to God. That's what he's been doing behind the scenes. Look, working on his confidence, his aura, his positivity. It's like working on getting his shit together. And you're just focusing on the hump. But he's over that. Knight of Pentacles here. He's more stable. He's supporting himself. Look, with his 2 wands here. Partial success. He knows. He wants you. It's like he feels... You know, he also feels invisible. When you part ways, you feel as if you're the only one who feels invisible. As if he doesn't see you. Well, he feels the same. And it's a burden for him to carry. And it's been a long time he's been carrying this burden for. So, 10 of Wands. Do you believe he's nearly home? He's nearly there? The Tower again. Divine has intervened. There you are. Are you spiritually connected? Do you trust the divine to shake things up? Let's look at this over here. There's a secret agent here. It's an unfounded fear. You don't really know what's been going on, do you? You have just kind of made this stuff up. What you think has been going on. Well, he is romantic. And he does love you. And he does adore you. Now, will you do what you're told? Because he wants to come in, look. Sex on legs. No, it makes me feel as if he actually, you know, he does want to come like, okay, the song. When all the saints go marching in. When all the saints go marching in. I want to be within that number. When the saints go marching in. So he's basically saying he hasn't been doing that with anyone else. You were unique. That was like a once in a lifetime, what the fuck just happened. That was bliss. You both experienced bliss and it pulled you apart. He wants to be part of, I want to say like the 144,000. Won't surprise me if he hasn't done some research on that. Light workers. He wants to be within that number. That 1111. 69. Okay, yeah, that's a better number. That's his favourite number. Look, 69. How can he resist you? It's like, your sex is on fire. I don't think that's a tune to it, but you kind of get what I'm saying. He didn't manipulate you. It feels like it has all been like manipulation, but I'll say humiliation. It's like, so stop manipulating the situation, because what you think is the truth is not the truth if you're thinking negatively. If you know that what you experienced was bliss, let it be. You want to be his wife? Want him to be your husband? Or are you going to feel grey? Or do you want some Christian grey? You can opt for that one as well. 69. You can have it all. Let's get one more. And I'm going to leave you on an angel and ancestors card. Got to cherish this connection, guys. It's time to relocate. Will you do what you're told? Will you allow the divine masculine to take charge? Okay. He's nervous about doing that, but he's not going to let that show. Just like you never let show when you was nervous. You kind of stepped into your divine feminine energy. Everything's okay. I've got this. You remember? even though you know deep down you didn't have control of it, and you was a complete mess inside. But you put on this brave front. Let the Divine Masculine put on this brave front. Okay, Jasp. Because it's like the Divine Masculine's getting irritated. You've got the High Priest. Of course you have, because it's a Divine Masculine's card. Intend and create. That's the Masculine's job, guys. Let's read this card. He wants to take that spanner. That spanner was like in the works, okay? It stopped everything from kind of moving. Let him take that spanner out. Hey. Come and settle down now for this message, Jasper. Jasper. Come on, settle down. Good boy. Come on to Mummy's lap. Come and settle down for a minute. Yeah? Good boy. He's like, no, you're going to do what you're told. It's like, okay, he's going to sit there. Divine Masculine doesn't always have to do everything that you tell him to do, Divine Feminine. So, High Priest, intend and create. Recognise, this is obviously for the Divine Masculine. Recognise that you have the power to change your life, face your fear and align with the light. I actually want to say this is the Divine Masculine speaking to you, Divine Feminine, so you need to do what you're told. Recognise that you have the power to change your life, face your fear and align with the light. In many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the Divine Masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able not only to divine the future, but to help create it too. So that's a Divine Masculine's role. In many traditions, the High Priest is the physical embodiment of the Divine Masculine. He acts as a bridge between worlds and is able not only to divine the future, but to help create it too. He may be a leader in his spiritual tradition or in pagan traditions, be second to the High Priestess, but he is always spiritually connected and disciplined with great respect for his creator and his particular practice. In a reading, this card can represent a spiritual figure, a leader or teacher in your life or an aspect of your path that has led you to where you are today. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Now, we're talking about the Divine Masculine now, Divine Feminines. He's more powerful and connected than what you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. So because the Divine Masculine is going to be watching this reading, like you watched the Divine Masculine's reading, he wants to know where you're up to, where you're at. A lot of the talk's been about the Divine Masculine and not the Divine Feminine. So Divine Masculine, this is a message for you. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and connected than you may think. Everything you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal and expand, and then watch it happen right before your eyes. I'm going to leave on a roomy message, which I feel is going to be, we're not going for the Divine Mother. The Divine Masculine feels like he doesn't want to be mothered. Okay, so we're going to go for roomy. He's quite capable. He's a Divine Masculine, you know. You don't like being told what to do, Divine Feminines, do you? Okay, well, looks like you're going to have to do what you're told for a while. Let's end on a Rumi message. The Lover and the Beloved. Card number 35. And down comes the rain. What should we say? Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. The sun, he's coming. He's the divine sun, but he's grown up into the divine masculine. 35, just open to 31, commitment. Wow. Let's read what this card wants to say. Can you hear the rain? When you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. When you move into the unknown, beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. I feel at the beginning, Divine Feminine, this was you. When you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. You caress the Divine Masculine, okay? When you move into the unknown, the Divine Masculine, beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. Rumi. It is not enough to love me. I want you to allow me to love you. It is not enough to desire me, to want to be closer to me. I want to reach out to you and grab a hold of you, drawing you into me and never letting you be apart from me again. There is so much more for us to experience, you and me, than simply gazing, even with love, at each other from a distance. Let me take you into my arms. Let me hold you until we cease to know or care where you and I once were, you and I, for instead we will be one. Will you allow it? Will you allow me? Will you allow us to be? Woo! I have to read that again. Jasper's gone. Okay. That's deep, guys. You get the message? Are you going to do what you're told? Divine Feminine? It is not enough to love me. I want you to allow me to love you. It is not enough to desire me, to want to be closer to me. I want to reach out to you and grab a hold of you, drawing you into me and never letting you be apart from me again. There is so much more for us to experience, you and me, than simply gazing, even with love, at each other from a distance. Let me take you into my arms. Let me hold you until we cease to know or care where you and I once were, you and I, for instead we will be one. Will you allow it? Will you allow me? Will you allow us to be? Oh, sweet beloved, the divine, the great beloved, has a passionate desire for you, to love you, to touch you, to make the divine presence known to you, so that you will cease to fear the darkness, take delight in all of life, and become mesmerised by the beauty of love in its endless emanations. But how we resist love at first. Listen to the rain. Lots of tears have been shed. Because how we resist love at first. Oh yes, we have been burned before, have we not? Abandoned, betrayed, so painfully disappointed, cast aside, and have suffered at the hands of some unworthy lover. Can this great divine love affair be tarred with the same brush, with the same bitter expectations that keep your heart closed? You are too beautiful to be hidden away behind a bitter and gated heart. That is unworthy of you. So then, can you allow the great beloved to reach for you, to receive that sacred touch every day, to be spoken to with words of love, to receive, you who give of yourself, can you recognise the beloved wishes to give to you too? These need not be mutually exclusive happenings. Come now, deep down, you know the genius of the divine is such that in being received, much is given. You shall not be selfish in letting yourself be seen and loved. Allow it. Rejoice in it. Take delight in allowing yourself to receive life, and let the world soak up the ardent glow of your sensual surrender into the great beloved's embrace. This oracle brings you a message. Something has to change in your physical world. You are in need of more substance, more love, more connection, and more nourishment that touches your body and soul and brings them into deeper oneness with each other, with life and with love. Dare you open up and allow that love in? The great beloved has desired that this be so. Will you heed that holy desire, and will you allow love in? Say yes. If you find this difficult, now is the time to gently, carefully tend to the walls you placed between yourself and life. Walls of tentativeness, excessive caution, fear of abandonment and betrayal, doubt of your own lovableness, and doubts based on past pain without substance. You are so much greater than these crumbling walls. They are the stuff that is designed for demolition, not devotion and honouring. Can you begin to unpack the bricks you mistakenly believed were essential to your safety and well-being? You are too vast to see for that small puddle of thought now. The oceanic world of love is your true home, and the sun is beating down upon you. It is too hot to gaze at the ocean longingly from afar, or even stand by its edge. Strip off your layers, run to the ocean and dive in. This oracle brings you guidance. An offer or opportunity is on its way to you, or has recently been presented. It may be an idea you have been nurturing, or one presented to you by another person. Sit with it. Do you feel exhilaration? Do you feel energy at the thought of saying yes? Then say yes. Allow yourself to receive. There is divine encouragement in taking risks that feel wild and alive to your heart. Wow, okay, Divine Feminine. There's your July Ascension reading, but I'm going to end with this sacred honouring ritual. Place your hands in prayer and say, may the Almighty Divine Love and my most beloved brother Rumi bless me with the ability to truly receive, in all ways, divine abundance and prosperity being delivered to me now by the grace and mercy of the heavens. May I clear and heal any resistance to receiving life truly, that I may attain my divine destiny and know and receive love truly in all its majesty. So be it. You can rest for as long as feels good. Then you have finished your honouring ritual. Divine Feminines, I thought that was an awesome reading. Guys, have yourself a fantastic July, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care, much love. Bye for now.